what motivated you to join into mechanical engineering? I've seen a lot of people who completed their mechanical engineering and struggling a lot. Like, how did you went into Tata Technologies? Like you have seen a lot of people from mechanical backgrounds. You have seen in India the manufacturing companies are very low and the job market is very low. Is your suggestion for them like what kind of skills they have to learn at the starting of their college days to get a placement in mechanical engineering? What actually you do in the as a mechanical guy? What actually you do in the organization like Tata Technology? Here we have nearly 1.5 engineers are coming out from our India. Suggest me a few skills every mechanical person should learn this. What do you suggest for them? Like they are joined for 10,000, they have joined for 13. Hi, Narasimhan. Thank you for joining the call. I was very glad to see you here. So, can you share your journey from your schooling? How did you, what motivated you to join into mechanical engineering?
I could say I've started my career in Chennai. So fully my date of born and brought up, everything was there in Chennai. And I have my elder brother who was joined as a electrical and electronics communication engineer. So I felt like in the initial days we will be having some discussions, right, in our regular uh, interactions in the home. So my brother used to advise me a lot, and you can choose this or that and something. So whenever I see if something is related to mechanical, I feel much interested on automotives or some other machineries. So I chosen this mechanical engineering as my core, and then I moved to this diploma in mechanical engineering,
Oh,
and then I've started my career
that's
in
great.
Daimler.
From
Mm.
mechanical to, I have seen your profile in LinkedIn. Like that is like you are having a nearly of 7 years of experience in the mechanical. From diploma, how did you start your journey to engineering? I have seen that you have joined VIT college, right? So how did you?
Yeah, it is very no. Actually, I could say on 2015, I have completed my diploma, and then I've placed in Daimler India Commercial Vehicles. So they are the manufacturer of Bharat Benz and Fuso trucks. Fuso, you might not be aware, but you might have seen the Bharat Benz trucks on the road, right? So they are the manufacturer of them, and then I've joined over there, right? So initially, after 2 years, I've started my engineering in part time. So on
Okay.
the weekends, I'll be attending the classes, and then I've completed my engineering in mechanical.
Okay, that's great.
So
So how did you started your journey? You already having a job. How difficult it was like who motivated you to join into engineering after that? So like you
I
are
could say no, even in my 10th standard at my schooling, so I felt like definitely I'm gonna be an engineer. So if I've completed this diploma and I've started my career, it's easy to fetch a job instead of having a lot of and that too maybe on 2010 or 11 we had this major crisis, and then most of them are got unemployed, right? At the time the unemployment was too high, I could say. Even my brother was searching for too many jobs, he didn't got actually. But when we compare to a diploma engineer, it is so easy to get a job. But the thing is, it will be like small ones, I could say. If you have completed, if you are graduated, your level will be high, you can go as a manager or assistant manager to any companies. But if you are a diploma candidate, you will be having some only specific technical knowledge, and you can be like an operator or supervisor. So I could say that as a major thing. And I know that on my 10th standard itself, so I felt okay, I need to start my career anyway, it's going to be engineering. So and then I decided to take diploma and start the work, and then part time I could complete my graduation. So simultaneously I can do that, right? Because at the time I didn't notice this 5 days or 6 days working and all. But company has also supported me a lot, because they have only 5 days of working, and then Saturday Sundays are free. So Sunday I will go to the class, and Saturdays I will take rest. So this is the pattern I followed, and that the initiation was from my side, I could say. Like I had that eagerness to complete engineering, and after my engineering, then my career will get boosted, right? Obviously.
obvious.
So we'll be having some other openings, like I could say, like a manager or some designation may differ, but the role also will differ, right? We'll be having some more challenging tasks, I could say. I've got it, but the baseline is diploma.
Okay. So how what motivated you to move to Tata's? Like many people, I have seen lot of people who completed their mechanical engineering and struggling a lot.
Yes.
Motivate. How did you went into Tata Technologies?
No, actually, I said, I have experience in quality management, right? So normally I used to update my resume in all the job seeking portals, like we have Naukri, LinkedIn, and other Indeed and other portals we have, right? So I used to follow most of the companies, and not only specific to Tata. I've tried a lot with respect to Maruti, Mahindra, and other groups also. But luckily, I just got an interview from Tata Technologies, and I just attended it. And that too, whenever we apply for a job, we should see the job description at least. So what I seen in this Tata was, it was like the job description was a bit similar to my past experience, and few of the things are quite challenging. Like previously, I was working as a engineer, right? So there I used to work in a smaller level. But if it is a tech lead, we need to be much more competent, and we need to be having more skills on that.
Mhm.
So that's why I seen as a challenge, and then I have accepted it.
So how will be the interview pattern? What kind of things we have to prepare while going to the interview? So what kind of questions you have erased over the interview?
I would say in general, not only specific with Tata. Like whenever if you want a job, at least you must be clear in what your requirement and the company's requirement. You should see both. Like you can list down what are the things that you need as for at first, because like basic things I could say, like we have this job location, and then the salary, and then we have this some other benefits of some companies, like they will give work from home. They give some other facilities also, like food and transport. It is our basic needs, I could say. But other than that, you will be having some set of skills that you need to develop, right? You should note all those, and then you need to work for that. Exactly. And then you if you see the job description and which is linking to your skill sets, then you can choose a job. You should not choose a company, you should choose the role, because all the companies, they will be hiring only if you have that skills. And whichever company you go, the working style is based on your experience or your skill sets. It is not the company who is gonna work work with their style. You're the person who is gonna work, right? So you should be having your skill sets and your way of working style, and you need to have this addressed. Like I said, right, you have this past experience or past skills will be there, and you need to see where it get matches in the job description. Like you can't blindly go to an interview where you don't have any skill sets or something, right? And then if you even if you got selected, the company might accept you, but it is a challenge for you to understand from the basics. It will be a problem. And if you are ready to accept the challenge, it's different, and that too, you must be have interest on that. That is the main part. If you have already some quite knowledge about that, or if you have some interest, then you can choose that job easily.
Like what kind of
So you have the skill set, and then the company job description will be there, right? You need to match it, and then see, okay, this is the skills, these are the skills I have, and this, if I improve, then I could go to this job. And you can just try to improvise those skills.
like you have seen a lot of people from mechanical backgrounds. You have seen in India the manufacturing companies are very low and the job market is very low. So they are trying
Mhm.
to the software or other domains. So what is your
Mhm.
suggestion for them? Like what kind of skills they have to learn at the starting of their college days to get a placement in mechanical engineering? So who are very passionate. I see a lot of people who are passionate also shifting to CSE and other backgrounds. So what kind of things you
Mhm.
recommend them actually?
As I said, if you're interested, then at least you need to wait for some time. Definitely, you'll get a job. You're saying about this things, right? The mechanical companies are too less, and everyone is facing this kind of challenges. So I could say like maybe you can try for a 1 year. That could be the maximum threshold limit, I could say. Or else even if you go to a CSE or IT background, then at least you have some time, and then you can just look into your normal core companies which they are hiring. At least you can see those, you can follow them at least. And then whenever there is opening, you can just go for it. And for the freshers, normally all the companies, if they are hiring, the first thing they used to see is the communication. That is very, very important. Whatever, whichever companies, like I work for 3 or 4 companies, right? So all these companies, they just at first, they look only with their communication. Whatever role or whatever skill set you have, that is secondary. Because without your proper communication, you can't say anything to another person, right? So even if you are wrong, you are right, it stays with you. So communication is very important. And next, I could say the skills. The skills means like whenever we are in a college, maybe on first or second year, it's okay. But after this third year, maybe we need to be serious, and then we need to just see all the aspects of improving our skill sets. Like as you said, if you are interested in mechanical engineering, in we don't have that much facilities. Like we have more population, and there are less companies, I could say. It definitely it won't match, but we need to be in the top 1 lakh or 10 lakh. I don't have that number. Maybe we should be there in that list at least. For that extensive standout, we need to have some additional skill sets, right? For example, if you could see, if you want to become a design engineer, then you can have these kind of how I could say this 3D simulation softwares are there, right? We have this Creo and other NX. What are the this courses are there? We can just complete them, then have a certification for that. So that will be the added advantage for everyone, and it comes only with the passion. Because whenever in India, if you are going to a college, we won't study, we'll enjoy a lot. The enjoyment can be there, but we must be a bit serious, and we need to just improvise our skill sets. It is not only with the technical things that is mentioned in our syllabus. We should have some extensive knowledge on what are the applications, what are the things which is currently in trend. We must know about that. If we have that knowledge, then it will be easy for us to go through a interview. Like if even if I go on a recruit a person, if I have this quality knowledge, like if I want a quality engineer, then what I suggest is, like, the person must be aware of things at least. Maybe I won't I know he's a fresher, but at least he might know about the 7 QC tools, 80 methodologies. At least he might have know about that. Means it will be added advantage for me. And because no companies will train you for 1 year or 2 years. Immediately, whenever they hire, they will give work for you, and then you need to provide the results, right? But if you have a knowledge about the specific thing, then it will be easy for them to start the work. So we need to have that skill set, and we need to do it before a year. Like we don't need to wait for this final year. Maybe on third year itself, we can just select what are the expectations from the company. Like if you are interested in mechanical and mechanical designs, there are a lot of opportunities, and we can just take some specific papers, like you said about this lithium-ion batteries, right? So if you are much interested in that, you can just do some analysis or some paper presentation in that. So that will be a added advantage for you to go in that specific line, I could say.
So what actually you do in the as a mechanical guy, what actually you do in the organization like Tata Technologies, what work you will do after coming into the organization? Is that a similar work or is a complete different work from what you have done previously? And what kind of work you're doing in Tata Technologies?
Yeah, actually, like I've completed mechanical engineering, right? In Tata Technologies, we support for design, planning, production, and other activities also. But I have some other experience in my past experiences with quality. So it is not like 100% core, I could say. It is 30 to 40% of thing I work in core. Like because whenever if I'm finding any issue in the product, I need to go through this drawings, and I need to just validate all the design failures. So if I want to validate a design failure, I must have some knowledge about it, right? So I could say, like on this 30 percentage of task, I will be go having a deeper knowledge in that, like why it has got failed. For example, if we have a pen which is not writing, like it is a normal example. So if it is not writing, I need to find the reasons for that. So for this, if I am a mechanical engineer, if a car structure fails, I need to feel like I need to think why it got failed,
Okay,
the
that's
reasons. So if you have some mechanical stuff in that, then we'll be able to find the root cause or others.
Do you really feel that in every year we have nearly 1.5 engineers are coming out from our India for every year? So can you like tell me that what was the lagging thing like from colleges, like doing 4 years of degree is like a useless thing. Most of the engineers are unemployed. Nearly 80% of the engineers are unemployed. So what do you think about this? Many people come outside after that. They'll be doing some trainings for 3 months or 6 months or 1 year. They'll be spending after spending into lakhs of rupees in the engineering colleges. After that, they'll be spending other. It's like a huge burden for them. So what are the cautions they have to take before doing this actually?
Actually, I don't have a straight answer for this, but even if you are saying around 1.5 lakh or something, those engineers are coming out of the colleges. So everybody will be having their aspects, right? So once they have started their career, at least they might be aware of what they're gonna be. So at least I said, right, it is full of race and we need to run. And we should not say that we have only this much opportunities. Hmm?
Not about the opportunities. I mean, like, is the colleges are not training in a proper way. We know that.
Yeah, I could. No, no. If we see in that aspect, we have even if it is a mechanical engineer, what are the things I have studied in the book doesn't help me a lot.
Okay.
And every company, you should be having some logical questions or logical answers you need to make. Whatever thing you do, you will be you need to think in that way, like how it will be, like why it has got failed, why. If you think in that way, it will be easy for you. And the books can't teach you that. It is based on your experience, and that too, I could say, like I'm from quality background, right? So in my 8 semesters, I think I had only one paper related to this quality, but remaining seven, I could say it is not required for my career, right? That's the direct answer. Like this remaining seven semester, what are the things I studied? It doesn't help me a lot, but it could help on some cases. Like I said about this failure analysis, right? So if some failure is there, if it is something related to this hydraulics, if I have some hydraulic knowledge, then it will be easy for me to understand and then troubleshoot the problem. Like they don't have that much vast experience. Like whichever company you took, like even if it is Tata Technologies, they support for design.
Mm.
So if in the design of some body structures, you don't need to know about this rubber parts like tire or something. It is like a chemical related things, right? So a company needs a lot, and you need to be expertise in specific skills. And from your colleges, I could say the remaining, like you will be having some interest, right? With all these subjects, you can choose where you are interested at least. If you're a mechanical engineer and you're good at strength of materials, then you might go to a design directly. That helps a lot. And if you want to go something else, like we have this manufacturing technologies, like we can go for this latest methods of machining or something, like new things are there, right? We can go for that with this manufacturing technology subjects and all. So that will be like eye opener for us. The 8 semester we studied, right? That will be eye opener, and we can choose where we are and which will suit for us.
Okay.
Can improvise in that, but you need to improvise. That is not sufficient, I will say. You need to improvise in that.
As you joined as a mechanical engineer, what was the growth after entering into Tata? What was your role, and how will be the growth for a mechanical engineer right now?
Right now, I'm not sure since I'm very new to this company, and just now I completed my induction and other mandatory trainings.
Right now, what was the
So
what industry it may be? What was the growth for a mechanical engineer?
no, like if you see a person who has completed mechanical engineering, you are saying about this technical skills, right? Whenever you are working in a company, you will be working for some. If you gain more experience, you will be promoted as some team leads or managers, right? Like that, right? So whenever you become as a manager, you don't need to work technical.
Okay.
So for the past 8 years, if you have worked as a engineer, then you might need to know about the design and everything. But after that, it the your technical expertise won't work, I could say. This will work in 99 percentage of cases. In 1 or 2 percentage, at least if you have some patents or if you are some specialist in any cases, then you become as a design engineer or design specialist, I could say. And then that helps a lot. you will be having this we have this I said about this innovation centers and all, right? Every company has it. So if you are there and if you are in good in specific technology or specific methods, then it will be I could say like you can become a specialist in that. But generally, all the companies won't prefer a specialist because they'll be investing much on that, right? If they need more person who is working on that, but everybody they are making some business and we are a part of their business. So initially in your career starting stage, you are like engineer, then you can work technical. But after that, maybe around maximum 10 after 10 years, you need to become as a team lead or manager, or there will be a person who is reporting to you. That's the organization, and that's how it works. So on that stage, you don't need this technical knowledge. At least you must be aware, or you must be okay to just work with the other team members or some other things. You need to look into that. It's like a manager related things, right? So it is much more related to your I could behavior or some other much more skills is needed.
So whatever the technology you're working right now, like, is there any kind of technology you have learned in your college days that helped you in the interviews or something, or you have learned after completing your engineering or diploma, after coming out, you have
Mhm.
learned your technology, or anything you have learned in diploma that helped you in interviews?
Um, I could say like in my diploma, I've studied about this AutoCAD and other 3D simulation softwares like Creo and all, right? So I've learned about that, but unfortunately, those didn't work for me since I came to this quality management background. But I just know about that. But maybe I've joined in Tata Technologies, right? Here we also support for design. Maybe if I'm interested or I have some time, so I can again just go back to those and then learn about that. But it will be if I have passion in that, I can learn, or else I can skip that topic also.
So whatever
It is not required.
the
Uh,
company they want to shift to a mechanical role, can you suggest me a few skills every mechanical person should learn this to shift any company related to mechanical? Is there any kind of skill set this guy
yeah, I
should?
said right. You like normally in every company, if you have a knowledge about this 3D simulation softwares, we have this NX Creo and AutoCAD and other softwares, right? So that is really gonna help you in any mechanical engineering company, because even a Taiwan supply company will have this design, and then if you have that knowledge, then it will be easy for you to correlate other failures or others. Even if you are some in even in mechanical and with some other production background in manufacturing sectors, if you are there, if you have that knowledge, it will be added advantage, I could say.
Okay.
But
So
once you go in after your career, you need to choose like if you are in quality, you can have some other additional certifications are there. Like we have the Six Sigma and other, which is related to purely for quality persons. You can go in that. Or else, if you are from design, you can specifically work for some other things. Like I could say about this. Some other DFMEA and other things are there, right? Design failure mode analysis. So we have some courses for that also. You can go and just get trained, or else you can improve your skills in that way.
what do you suggest for them? Like, they are joined for 10,000, they have joined for 13,000. So how will be the growth of those persons in the company? So if they shift from one company to another company, is there any kind of increments or incentives, which is, the market scenario right now for CSC people is like booming on. So is there any kind of scenario for mechanical people to, if they are shifting from one company to other company?
Yeah, like I could say I've started my career in 2015, right? Can you guess my first month salary? What was the amount?
Yeah, I can guess maybe
I've completed diploma. Huh?
8,000 to 12,000, because
Exactly.
yeah, I know because
11,020 rupees.
yeah, I know because
Yeah, but
I am
hmm?
from mechanical.
Sorry.
I see a lot of people from this.
Yeah, you might already know about that. Yeah. So it is, I said, right. So it is 11,300. Even it is from this company, like a very reputed company from Daimler India Commercial Vehicles. So they manufacture this Bharat trucks. Even in that company also, they have this salary band for a fresher as a diploma engineer training. Initially it was this, but after 2 years it was around 20,000.
Okay.
Okay, right? And after that, the career progression was too slow. So I've chosen some additional things, like I've started this engineering, right?
Yeah.
I've started this engineering and I completed, and then I moved to this Vestas Wind Technology. So where they have given me a lot of, like, I got around 40 to 50% of hike in that company. And again, now in so we need to be cautious, or we need to be aware of what scenario is going on throughout this. Like I felt like diploma is not sufficient, and I've studied engineering. So even if you have completed engineering, then there are a lot of other certifications. Now I need to do that one, because after completing engineering, my career won't stop, right? At least I must have some other extensive knowledge in specific technology or some other things which could improve my career, or we have some managerial things also needs to be improved, right? I need to do that. So learning is a continuous thing. We should not stop. At least I need to start again, and I need to improvise my career, which definitely helps in my next company, I could say. Switching a job is the only way to get more salary, I could say. If you're staying in a company, definitely they won't give you that amount. And that too, in India, the talent you said, right? We have a lot of talents. Everybody is replaceable. There is no thing called only Vinay can do or Narasimhan can do. Anyone can do. Even if you are not there, if you are there, that is different.
So finally, I want to ask you something. Can you suggest me that any skill that they have to learn from the schooling or engineering or whatever it may be, that should be there to come into an organization?
Consider a technical thing. If you have some passion about that, you can learn, or else you can just go for this communication skills, right? You have the soft skills and other behavioral aspects you can improve a lot. And then whenever a company, like for a fresher, no one will be asking a technical question that much. They will be insisting, even in my, like, how I could say, in my first company, the interview was like I had a German manager who was interviewing me, as well as an Indian manager was there. They were looking at my communication skill alone. Like they want to know whether if there is something in my mind I could communicate or not. The question was too easy. They asked me about penguin and polar bears.
Okay, that's great.
So but the point is, like, everybody can do that work, and we must be well enough to say what we have done. So communication is very, very important in today's world. We should not just technical is secondary. Communication is very, very important. So that I could say, even from your childhood or in schoolings we can start. Like we should not be afraid, or we should not hesitate to speak in front of a crowd.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Narasimhan,
no problem.
the call. I think this video is helpful. The most of the mechanical people